G'day guys, Ethan here from Caravan HQ. We're off on another exciting Creek to Coast episode. Today with me, I've got my best mate Abraham. He's come along from On The Move and he's bought two of his really exciting new adventure models. Abe, tell us about the trip, mate.
Thanks, Ethan, mate. Yeah, we started off in Yatala, made our way up to Townsville, and we're here today at Forest Beach, which is a great spot. And get ready because we're heading up to the Daintree and Cape Tribulation, and we're going to put these vans through their paces.
First day of the Creek to Coast trip, we're a little bit early, so we're going to sit down and have some breakfast. Now, Abraham has always told me that a barbecue breakfast is the best way to start the day. So he's gotten up a little bit early, he's put some eggs, some bacon, and we're gonna have some fantastic bacon egg rolls while we check out the scenery of Forest Beach. One of the best parts of travelling in tropical North Queensland is the coconuts. And he's taught me a little family tradition where we look straight up and there's always coconuts in the tree. So we've pulled a couple down, Abe's taught me how to crack them open, and I'm gonna have a coconut for the first time. At sundown, the Creek to Coast crew roll into camp, which means it's a great opportunity to catch up on some stories from our trip so far and have some beers at the local pub. One of the best parts of touring Australia is when you go to local pubs is actually catching up with all the locals. They give you a good lay of the land and also just swap some stories. Morning of the next day, it's all go, go, go. Creek to Coast crew come over for some filming and to check out the new vans. Now I'm going to start with Scotty and I'm going to introduce a little bit about the On The Move brand and some of the exciting things we're doing with our future.
Ethan, how are you, mate?
Good, Scotty, good to see you, mate.
Good to see you in my old stomping ground, tropical North Queensland.
Beautiful spot, what a drive.
You're actually starting to place Caravan HQ dealerships already. Tell us about that.
Yeah, mate, so we're making moves. So we've got the new dealership in Townsville. We're excitedly going to open a new dealership in Wollongong soon. And of course, we've got the two new dealerships down in Victoria as well.
And that's what I love about the team at Caravan HQ. You guys, to design something like that, you've got your father, yourself, people that live, eat and breathe this industry, have designed something price point unbelievable, make unbelievable. You guys must be so proud.
Yeah, we are. And truly, mate, as a young person in the industry, it was awe-inspiring watching it come together. So, On The Move, in my opinion, they got together what I'd call titans of the industry, whether it's manufacturing, engineering, marketing. I'd like to think sales and after-sales service with us to produce something that is just unlike anything the industry's ever seen before.
Well, you thought I'd been with Caravan HQ a couple of times. I'd had enough. The young 21-year-old, his name Ethan, the boss to be, I don't know, but no, we love him. We're back here again, shooting a combined half hour with BCF, Caravan HQ. Actually, it's triple and On The Move Caravan. So we're here featuring a couple of their flagships. We're talking about the exciting way Caravan HQ are moving forward, what On The Move caravans have got potentially in the wings, looking forward as well. So some really exciting stuff in this space. And on Creek to Coast, we love partnering with these guys. So what I said earlier, I don't mean. They're great to travel with, they're good guys, except for Ethan. No, he's good. He's actually right there. If you go back a bit, he is right there, my man.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, mate. Good work, Ethan. Yeah.
Thanks.
But no, we love working with these guys, and we are just as excited as they are in the caravanning space what these guys are doing. So hence the relationship with Creek to Coast. Pretty good.
Given they're his baby, Abraham is so excited to show off our new adventure range. So he's going to walk Danny through one of his personal favourites, our 6.3 Adventure.
Yeah, wow, this is home away from home.
How good is this?
And the air conditioning.
It's running.
Luxury. I think there's one thing out the back here that I've got my eyes on. What's this in the bathroom?
Very popular item, that is our washing machine. So it is mounted up on the wall, and that does give you the luxury to have more space around the toilet.
Yeah, unbelievable. And the space, the shower is huge. Fridge, freezer.
The works.
Yeah.
As we keep on filming, Paul, the show's producer, gets an unfortunate phone call, and it looks like we're going to have a change of plans a little bit. What's happened is there's been a 7-car bog through the little track that we were going to sneak through to get to the Daintree. So for us, we're going the long way around. But the benefit of that is we actually get to explore Forest Beach for one more day.
Yeah, so we were heading into Atherton, into the deep, dense rainforest. they've had a bit of rain up there, so it's put a bit of a kibosh, and that's what filming half hours is like. You're thinking on the move, so we're now going to more or less stick to the east coast. And Port Douglas isn't a bad destination.
That's a beautiful spot, beautiful spot.
Yeah, so we're going to put, and there's a little whisper that there's a few on this trip here that haven't caught a barramundi. Namely 1, Abraham 2, Danielle Scott L, current world champion 3. We might be going to a little spot and hopefully catching them their first ever barra. I'm bloody excited. Being an ex-local here in the Ingham region, I just caught up with a couple of mates who have been here for like 25 years, and they've just told us to meet them out the front at 4:15. We're going to go about 15 minutes in the vehicle, and there's a couple of big 4 and 5 metre saltwater crocodiles. You may be asking, why am I carrying a first aid kit? Well, it's actually appropriate now, just in case one of us get bitten. But no, we'll be safe. So yeah, we're going to take the crew, Ethan, Abraham, Danielle. We can't injure Danielle. She's our current world champion. She needs to keep both legs. But yeah, should be good. You're going to go and have a look at a couple of big salties.
I'm not like Steve Irwin. I'm very terrified of crocodiles, and Scotty's going to be standing in front of me.
We're on the way to find some saltwater crocodiles.
Hey, Etho?
Don't have to outrun the crocs, just have to outrun Scotty. I'll be right.
He's up in front now. So I'm on the way to tackle a 6 metre croc. And Ethan will be used as a human shield if he manages to come up close. You happy with that, Epo?
Yeah, mate, yeah, no worries.
You know you've well and truly gotten into the north when you see some crocodiles around. Now, me, being a Gold Coast boy, I'm a little bit terrified, but I have worked out I don't have to outrun the croc, I just have to outrun Scotty, so I should be okay. Now, of course, taking care and respecting your environment you're in will always lead to good results. We actually managed to get quite up close, and it was absolutely amazing to see nature in its purest form. Back at camp, for some reason, someone let the 21-year-old organise food for the trip. So that means barbecue for dinner. For me, there is nothing better than cooking outside on the barbecue, taking the beautiful scenery while we sit around, enjoy our meal and swap some stories. It's a new day, which means a new adventure for the On The Moves. Today, we're taking the vans on yet another test, driving on Forest Beach. Now, when we were at the pub telling the locals what we were going to do, they were a bit skeptical because, as anyone from the north will know, Forest Beach is very soft sand. So this is the perfect test for our new vans and our new patented suspension. Now, one of the biggest challenges when towing a caravan on the beach is the fact that you will tend to slide around a little bit, particularly up in that soft sand. And this is where the Adventurer truly sets itself apart. By having the wheels that feature a spherical bearing from the suspension being able to camber in and out, we're actually able to tackle that slide before it even happens. The other major benefit is, of course, our flat floor system as a result of our 550 grade chassis. That keeps us up nice and high and stops us bottoming out as we drop into some of those ruts. Did I mention I like to barbecue? Now, as a Gold Coast boy, I don't think there is any better form of camping than pulling up with your van on the beach, setting up in front of the waves and cooking on the barbecue. So, given we've done a bit of filming for now, the crew's getting a little bit hungry, so I'm going to set up, going to cook a little bit of a snack for them before we continue on to our next adventure. Alrighty, so we've just left Forest Beach, had a great morning, cooked some snags for the crew of Creek to Coast up on the beach. Was blown away by how well that suspension handled, particularly in the really soft sand that Forest Beach is known for. Didn't even look at like once that we're ever going to get bogged, and got some phenomenal footage, which the whole crew's pretty stoked with. A little bit of behind the scenes life on the road. We are absolutely hoofing it at the moment to get to Port Douglas for the filming of our next segment. Obviously, double degree uni student, we did have to pull over and give me 40 minutes on the road as soon as we found a bit of reception to finish a quantitative business analytics exam. So hopefully we are going to make it in time before sunset, watch the beautiful sunset at Port Douglas with Creek to Coast. Can't wait. Yet again, the day finishes on the high. We're pulling into Port Douglas, and something that we absolutely love to see, we ran into some of our fantastic customers. You can't miss them though, because they've got big Caravan HQ stickers all over their van. Into the next day, we've realised something a little bit fishy. Despite Abraham being a keen fisherman and us being away with BCF, none of the Caravan HQ team are actually yet to catch any fish. But in true fisherman form, Scotty knows the perfect spot for barra fishing just north of Port Douglas. Scotty guarantees that no one will leave this farm without catching fish.
That's 2 carb jobs now. Is that your phone? Yeah, just chuck that in the water. Yeah, hello, Abraham's home. We're filming Creek to Coast and he's caught a big barra. We love you all. We'll call you back shortly. Is this a family member? Who we got there?
That's probably my wife.
Is it? What's your wife's name?
Anne.
Is this you, Anne? It's not his wife, but it's his girlfriend. Well, you can report to the family we're just in the middle of filming Abraham's first ever barra. Okay, turtle pimps, bye-bye.
You want the money? 59.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm always a bragger.
There you go, guys, my first barra. Absolutely wrapped. Down here at the Kookaburra farm here, coming down and have a visit. Trying to catch my second barra now.
Soon enough, everyone starts getting bites. It's exciting to be reeling in a fish this size. The problem is it gets addictive and competitive. Sad for me though, given my ability, I'm yet to hook one on. Well, nothing's working yet, so what I've decided is I'm going to go away from everyone else. Hopefully they're going to send a fish my way. Not a very good fisherman, but it's my current strategy. I'm hoping at some point the fish just feel bad for me and decide to jump out of the water into my lap. Finally, success. Not only did I manage to reel one in, I actually managed to bring one in that's bigger than Abraham's. What an absolutely electric feeling. Something like this needs Instagram evidence. At such a fantastic, fun atmosphere, we decided that we're going to stay at Kookaburra for a little bit longer. Being a world champion, Danielle is, like all of us, a little bit competitive. I don't think she was willing to give up her title. So while we spent a few more hours at Kookaburra getting a bit of reeling action, Danielle stuck to it and wins once again. Reeling in not just the biggest barra for us, but the biggest barra for the week at the farm. On to the next day, we have our last leg of our trip to the north. The beautiful Cape Tribulation is our final destination. Getting onto the barge, we couldn't help ourselves but to put the drone up in the air and catch some absolutely spectacular shots of us taking the vans across the barge along the river. Heading up through the beautiful Daintree Forest as we speak, through the windy roads. Vans are handling brilliantly. Really excited. We're heading up to further north to a waterfront campsite at Cape Tribulation Campgrounds. Can't wait. Alright folks, so here's what happens when you're driving through the narrow, windy roads of Cape Tribulation and you forget to bring your sunnies. It's a sunny day, a lot of glare, so I need some shade, so we've pinched Anna's, our camerawoman's. Thanks Anna, I think I might keep these, I think I look rather dashing. We couldn't go this far north without really testing these vans along a dirt track. So we've shot past the Cape Tribulation campsite and headed for Imogen Creek. Brilliant destination to be able to test our suspension and show off what it can really do. The great part about this wishbone suspension isn't just that it's independent, but it also acts to allow the wheels to camber in and out. As we're dropping into hard ruts or potholes, we're not having to slow down anywhere near as much, or our backs aren't hurting anywhere near as much because the suspension simply absorbs it. As we go through the water crossing, the height of the van really shines and comes to light.
We are having free-range boneless butterfly chicken done over the Caravan HQ fire.
Excited?
I'm excited because I won't be cooking, I'll just be eating.
I'm excited because I get to cook on the fire pit. Sadly, it's the last night camping with Creek to Coast. What an absolutely stunning location to finish on. Cape Tribulation. We're going to sit back, we're having a barbecue on the beach, cooking some prawns on the fire, a little bit of steak, some cheese boards. There's absolutely plenty of food, plenty of laughs as we enjoy our last night's feast.